So, just before the sign zone, a check on the weather. Here's Helen Willits on BBC One with the forecast.
Good evening and welcome to Sunday's Weatherview, when we take the opportunity to look forward to the week ahead's weather. And plenty to look forward to, especially in those areas where it's been very dry through the winter, of course drought status in parts. We've got more rain because it stays mild and we keep the southwesterly winds pulling all these weather systems in off the Atlantic. Not great news if you've outdoor plans, but a good watering for many gardens. The only concern is that it comes after rain on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The ground's getting more saturated, and with further weather fronts queuing up, we could start to see further problems with some localised flooding. Already one warning out across the rivers in Scotland. And more rain through the night, coming to lie across northern Scotland for the morning. Other areas it'll just be drab, misty and murky and damp. But more rain or showers coming into the northwest of England. Northeast England may start the day again on a drier and brighter note, but the bright spells I think fairly short-lived. If you do see any long spells of sunshine during the day on Monday, you'll be one of the lucky few. For most of us, the blanket cloud will just give spits and spots of rain, but by morning across the southwest, the West Country and Wales, the heavier rain will push back in, accompanied by near gale force winds, so some pretty atrocious conditions for the drive to work. Probably escaping though across Northern Ireland. Antrim and Down may have a little bit of rain first thing, and if the brightness does develop, there'll be some heavy showers, but hopefully it won't be a complete deluge. Whilst further east, the showers do develop as we go through the day, again interspersed with some brighter weather, some sunshine, but by and large it's windy and very showery in southern areas with little respite from the rain. 14 or 15 though is reasonably mild for this time of year. And that's all tied in with this area of low pressure and westerly winds. You can see the tightly packed isobars indicating that windy weather. Behind this weather front that comes down on Tuesday though, there's a little bit of cold air return to that sort of wintry feel potentially across northern Scotland, and perhaps some snow on the highest of the Munros, but it won't last. But you can see it does mean for a wet, or does make for a wetter day in Northern Ireland, Scotland and Northern England for a time at least, and it's a little chillier behind. And ahead of that weather front as well, there'll be some heavy showers. So again, it's an unsettled day on Tuesday, probably the driest spell of the week coming during Tuesday night. Some respite from the rain, a little ridge of high pressure, but it doesn't last long. We've got this next band of rain tied in with this area of low pressure moving in off the Atlantic for Wednesday. So a decent day across Scotland, some wintry showers over the hills here, but otherwise some good spells of sunshine. For many of us though, despite a reasonable start to the day, it will turn unsettled with that rain rather pushing in later in the day. That's tied in with this area of low pressure. Now by that stage we're getting towards the latter part of the week, and you can see there are further areas of low pressure waiting to come in off the Atlantic. So I think one thing we're fairly confident of is it will stay mild with those southwesterly winds and unsettled, but we're hoping for some respite at least from the rainier spells during the day on Thursday, but certainly not guaranteed. Doesn't look like a washout, but it will be a very unsettled week. If you want more weather information, you can of course, as always, turn to our website. That's all from me for now.
Weather reports direct to your mobile. BBC weather forecasts for home and abroad. Don't get caught without a brolly. Use your mobile to go to bbc.co.uk or just text weather to 81010.